But now people only laugh, and only Roswell is remembered. But we must ask ourselves, are they really a hoax? Are we truly alone? Or are we being lied to?
July 6, 1947. The quiet town of Roswell, New Mexico, forever etched into history. What happened here would soon alter the course of humanity, in an alternate timeline. In our reality, a press release was issued by the Roswell Army Airfield, claiming they had recovered a flying disc. But within hours, the story was retracted, replaced by a mundane explanation: weather balloons. However, imagine if things unfolded differently. What if that initial press release was true and the world was about to face the greatest revelation in human history? On July 8th, President Harry Truman, fresh off the triumphs of World War II, prepared to make a historic address to the world. No longer was it about rebuilding nations. It was about facing a new, unimaginable reality. Standing at the crossroads of secrecy and disclosure, Truman delivered a message that would ripple through time.
Headline edition, July 8, 1947. The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army. Army officers say the missile, found sometime last week, has been inspected at Roswell, New Mexico, and sent to Wright Field, Ohio, for further inspection. Late this afternoon, a bulletin from New Mexico suggested that the widely publicized mystery of the flying saucers may soon be solved. Army Air Force officers reported that one of the strange discs had been found and inspected sometime last week. Our correspondents in Los Angeles and Chicago have been in contact with Army officials endeavoring to obtain all possible late information. Joe Wilson reports to us now from Chicago. The Army may be getting to the bottom of all this talk about the so-called flying saucers. As a matter of fact, the 509th Atomic Bomb Group headquarters at Roswell, New Mexico, reports that it has received one of the discs, which landed on a ranch outside Roswell. The disc landed at a ranch at Corona, New Mexico, and the rancher turned it over to the Air Force. Rancher W.W. Brazil was the man who discovered the saucer. Colonel William Blanchard of the Roswell Air Base refuses to give details of what the flying disc looks like. In Fort Worth, Texas, where the object was first sent, Brigadier General Roger Ramey says that it is being shipped by air to the AAF Research Center at Wright Field, Ohio. In the meantime, General Ramey describes the object as being of flimsy construction, almost like a box kite. He says that it was so battered that he was unable to determine whether it had a disc form, and he does not indicate its size. Ramey says that so far as can be determined, no one saw the object in the air, and he describes it as being made of some sort of tinfoil.
My fellow citizens of the world, I come before you today with news that will change the course of our civilization. I must inform you, we are not alone. 2 days ago, the United States military recovered a flying craft unlike anything seen on Earth. And inside, the remains of 3 pilots. 2 have perished, but 1 is alive.
And so, the first domino fell. The world had just stepped into the cosmic unknown, ushered there by a crash on a remote ranch owned by a man named Mac Brazel. Little did Brazel know, his discovery would soon be linked to forces far beyond our world. Roswell was not just any town. It was home to the world's only atomic bomb squadron. The implications were staggering. Was this advanced extraterrestrial race here to monitor humanity's first steps into the atomic age? Or worse, were they here to intervene?
The significance of Roswell's connection to nuclear weapons cannot be overstated. If these beings had been observing us, they would have seen the destructive power of the atomic bomb in World War II, and Roswell was central to that development.
The fact that one alien survived the crash is extraordinary. The potential for communication, the sharing of technology, or even the fear of retaliation from its race. These were the concerns that would keep the world's governments up at night.
With the extraterrestrial visitor in custody, top scientists worked tirelessly to decode their technology, while military forces scrambled to understand the craft's propulsion system. But with every discovery came new questions. How long had they been watching us? Was this crash an accident, or was it a reconnaissance mission gone wrong? World governments held emergency meetings. International alliances were tested. Was this a time for humanity to unite? Or did the discovery of extraterrestrial life spark a new arms race? Not of nuclear weapons, but of control over this otherworldly technology. While governments debated in secret, the public demanded answers. Conspiracy theories flourished, trust in leaders eroded, and societies began to fracture. What if the alien visitor held the secrets to a cure for disease, or the path to free energy? The possibilities were endless, but so were the dangers. As the world wrestled with the enormity of this discovery, the surviving alien remained silent, perhaps by choice, or perhaps due to a fundamental gap in communication. But one thing was clear: the universe had opened a door, and humanity was no longer the dominant force in its own story. In this alternate timeline, Roswell became the catalyst for our understanding of the universe, our first step into a broader cosmic family. But the question remains: would the knowledge have united us, or driven us further apart? And most importantly, are we ready for that kind of revelation in our own reality? This is Total Disclosure, where we explore the possibilities hidden in history's most mysterious events. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more explorations of the unknown.